Are you tired of looking like this after a night on Prizepicks? For the price of that Big Mac combo you chowed down on this week, get access to hundreds of picks. Connect your Discord to WAP with the link in the description and be added straight to the premium Discord. We'll be sending every single Prizepicks slip.
Another day, another 5-1, and we are getting very unlucky on these hooks here. 5-1 on yesterday's picks, 5-1 on the picks from the other night, and we are not able to cash these 6 for 6s together. But the Discord is unfortunately eating. Fortunate for you guys, fortunately for everyone in the Discord, we hit this beautiful 80 into 2K or 25xer, depending what your unit is, and another 5-1 down here actually. So we are absolutely destroying Prizepicks recently. This is the third 6x we have hit in the past 3 days. You can see this one's from Friday, this one down here is from Wednesday, and then this one down here is from Monday. So we're up a whopping 51 units on Prizepicks this week, and it's only been 5 days. We haven't even entered the NFL for the weekend. So absolutely destroying Prizepicks there, and there's even countless 5 out of 6. You can see 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This was from Sunday. So 10 5 for 6s in the past 5 days. So we're even getting unlucky in terms of the bad beats, but we're still cashing here. So it's looking great. As always, I publicly track all my Discord profits every single day. So you can see from the day we started, November 20th, all the way to December 22nd. Every single day you could see tracked. Every week you could see tracked. This is all public information because I have nothing to hide, because I know my picks are profitable, and I'm blessing people out there in the Discord and blessing myself too, because I'm putting money on every single one of these picks, as you can see in the videos. So overall, we are up 218 units in under 5 weeks. I don't think you guys understand how big of a number that is. If you don't know what a unit size is, it's essentially how much you bet on every single slip. So if your unit size is $5, it means you're betting $5 on every single slip. If you were doing that and tracking every single one of my slips, you'd be up 1K in under 5 weeks. And for those $50 bettors, you would be up almost 11K just taking my picks, following my picks. I send the links. You just click a link and it fills in an entry for you. I'm personally at an $80 unit on Prizepicks because that's all they allow me to do. I'm not allowed to do $81 and up because of my limits. Same on Underdog. I could only do $100 max. So you can see last night we got 23 units on Prizepicks, which is about 1.8K profit, but I also lost 300 on Underdog. So about 1.5K profit on last night for me personally. And if you want to track this, the link is always in the description of every single video. It's called Discord Profits. You click it and you're going to see all the profits daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is. The VIP Discord is right above. It's on wap.com, where essentially you just buy the VIP only, which is just Prizepicks picks, or the VIP Plus, which is Prizepicks plus Underdog. And you'll basically get access to every single slip I place. So essentially those 3 6-flexes you just saw in the past 5 days, you would be sent all of those, of course, because I'm playing them, I'm putting my money on them, I just send them to the Discord too. So that is how it works. Now, I don't offer a free trial directly, but if you are not on Underdog yet and you do want to try this out, sign up to Underdog using this link. So it's the OddsJuice referral code. Deposit up to $100. I recommend doing the full $100 because they're going to match exactly 100 and you get a free $100. Might as well. And then email info@oddjuiceinc.com. It's right here, info@oddjuiceinc.com. You could just copy it and send a screenshot of you using the code, as well as your transaction history, just showing that you deposited and got the deposit bonus. And then I'll get you set up into the Discord for 1 week, VIP Plus, so you're gonna get Underdog and Prizepicks picks, and we're gonna continue profiting all together. So sign up for NFL tonight and tomorrow. We also got NBA, NHL, soccer, whatever makes us money, I'm gonna be betting on. So here's how you get the 1 week free trial. If not, you're gonna want to go on wap.com and subscribe that way. Now let's get into the actual picks, and we're gonna start off with NFL, but we're also gonna do some NBA. So 2 NFL picks and then 4 NBA picks. And in the NFL, we're gonna go with a stack on Josh Allen on the over pass attempts, as well as Stephon Diggs on the over 9.5 receiving targets. So of course these are exactly correlated. Josh Allen is attempting a pass, there has to be a target on someone, whether it's Diggs, whether it's Davis, whether it's Dalton, but most of the time it's going to be going to Diggs. That is the main receiver, and I am liking the over on this. Yes, they're up against the Chargers. There is a large spread, so technically you could assume that they might not be throwing the ball as much because they're going to have a lead and they're not going to have a need to throw that ball. But I do prefer the juice on Josh Allen's over pass attempts, because you can see a couple books have him actually at 31.5. Yes, juice towards the under. PointsBet actually has him juice towards the over. DraftKings also has him juice towards the under, and FanDuel also has him juice towards the over. So basically, general consensus is they're not really sure where to set this, but he should be set at 31.5, probably 50-50 chance. We're getting him at 31. BetMGM actually has him at 30.5, very juiced towards the over. And on Pinnacle, which is kind of the sharpest, the smartest sports book, has him set at 30.5 with heavy juice towards that over at -141. So I do like the 31. I do think it's a fair line. And of course, for grabbing his over pass attempts, want to be grabbing Diggs on his over receiving targets. Pretty simple stack there. I mean, we can't really check how Diggs has been doing on the targets. It's not really a real prop, so there's no lines for this. But 9.5, it does seem fair. I did check on Underdog. It's also set at 9.5. See, last game, Diggs only got 5 targets because Josh Allen only got 15 pass attempts, which is pretty terrible. But in general, Josh Allen has cleared this line 10 out of 14 times, which looks good in our favor, especially because we're taking the over and we get that half point of protection. And you also have to consider that this 15 divided by 3 is still 5, right? So 1/3 of the pass attempts are going to Stephon Diggs, at least last game. I haven't checked the other games because, as I said, targets are not exactly something you could just check. They're not on sportsbooks. They're basically only on these DFS platforms, but we're going to grab the overs on both of these. Also, I do just want to paint this example from last week. We all know what happened in this Raiders-Chargers game, 63 points for the Raiders, yet Aiden still managed to get 34 attempts and 248 yards, which I'm pretty sure were both overs on both of these props. I'm not sure exactly what his pass attempts prop is, but I'm pretty sure his passing yards was around 215. So he still managed to go overs, even in a game where they scored 63 points. So just because it might be a blowout doesn't necessarily mean that Josh Allen is going to go under. And just to show you here, Davante Adams actually did get over 1/3 of Aiden's pass attempts. So he got 12 out of 34. So over 1/3, and similar concept with Josh Allen and Diggs is going to happen. So that is why we're grabbing the overs. Expect them to go under together if Josh Allen is not passing the ball, but that's kind of the whole point of the slip. I want these guys to hit together, so we catch that perfect 6 for 6. Now move into the NBA, and what we have here is another Toronto stack. So last night we took Dennis Schroeder with Scotty Barnes. Tonight we're actually not going with that. We're going Pascal Siakam. Very, very nice prop here on the over 4.5 assists. And I'm going to be taking him with none other than OG Anunoby. If you've been watching the channel, I pretty much always take this stack. OG Anunoby on the over 13.5 points, Siakam on the over 4.5 assists, and we're going to show you why I'm loving the juice on these. So first of all, PointsBet has him set at 14.5. The only sportsbook there, so they're a bit offline with everything else. But every other sportsbook has him juiced towards that over 13.5. FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesars, and BetMGM juice towards that at minus 130. Now, on top of that, Utah defense is 24th in points allowed and 27th in assists allowed. So that's going to help us with this assist prop on Siakam and the points prop on OG Anunoby. Now, the only thing of concern here is this right here. 38% of the times this season, he's actually went under this 14.5, and it doesn't change much if you change it to 13.5, which is where we're actually getting him. It's the exact same thing. So that is the only point of concern, but the stack is just so strong that I'm going to have to take Siakam with him. And the reason I'm taking Siakam is actually the original reason I started this stack in the first place, is because if you check him on OddsJuice, we did flag him as a positive expected value play at over 4.5 assists, minus 128 juiced, 56% likeliness to hit. And every other sportsbook also has him juiced towards that over 4.5, or at least flat. So you can see Caesars, BetMGM, and FanDuel do have him juiced towards that over 4.5. And I am liking this here. 57% of the time this season, he has gone over, and they are at home tonight. It does get a little bit better. 63% of the time he does hit. And I forgot to show you with OG, it does go from 38% to 42%. Not that much of improvement, but of course I do think these guys are going to be playing better at home, so that does help us there. As for the spread, it is set at minus 5.5, so nothing crazy there. I'm not expecting any blowout, and the guys should get their normal minutes. So I'm liking the overs on this, nothing to complain about there. So we're going to etch these guys in. And one more note on this stack is that 18 out of 24 games, they actually have gone in the same direction. So 75% of the time, when these guys are in the same lineup together, they go in the same direction, meaning you want to take unders together or overs together because they will hit together. Now, the last stack I'm going with is actually another one that I really, really like. We're going Alperen Sengun on the over 17.5 points. He absolutely cleared this versus Dallas Mavericks in a blowout game last night. He was pretty much the main contributor to the points. So he does clear this 17 out of 26 times this season. And you can see why I'm loving this over right here. It's pretty obvious. FanDuel actually has him at 18.5. We're getting at 17.5 on Prizepicks. Every other sportsbook has heavy juice towards that over 17.5. And again, we did flag this on OddsJuice as a positive expected value pick. Minus 134 juiced, 57% likeliness to hit. So I'm actually going to go see if it's still on Prizepicks. It's been a while since I checked. So Sengun over 17.5 points is still there. I do think he could get bumped to 18, maybe even 18.5. I don't know if it's a take. Maybe at 18 it's a take, but 18.5 is pushing it a bit. That's a whole point extra that you guys would be getting, which is not good when you're taking the over, right? So that is why we're taking Sengun on the over 17.5 points, looking very juicy. And one last thing, they are playing away tonight. So if you're concerned about that, don't be, because he has cleared this 9 out of 12 times away. So nothing to be concerned about there. On top of that, we're going with Fred VanVleet on the over 8.5 assists. Now, he did not clear this together with Sengun last night. He was a bit slow here on the assists, only got 4 assists. But again, heavy juice towards the over 8.5 on every single sportsbook, except FanDuel. They're a bit different there. So also 13 out of 25 times he has cleared this season, so 52% hit rate. Let's check the away splits here. 6 out of 11 times, so don't be concerned about the away splits, as I said, with Sengun. And then overall, the spread is set at minus 6.5. Like the Raptors game, it's not set too high, and hopefully not a blowout here. They are on a back-to-back, the Rockets, where they just demolished the Mavericks last night. But that was a Doncic-less and a Kyrie-less Mavericks team Hopefully they are well rested for this game tonight. And Sengun pops off, so we're going to go throw these guys in the entry. So Sengun's already there. We're going to go throw Van Vliet on the over 8.5 assists. Looking real good on this entry. 80 into 2K. And just to show you I can't put more, if I put 100 into 2.5K, you're going to see maximum winnings is 2K, which means I'm only allowed to put 80, so I could win 2K. So that's going to be the entry.